Ah, are we having fun yet, chat? Are we having fun yet? I think I'm gonna need my hairpiece in. Are we having fun yet, chat? Um, I am tired. Ah, let's just talk for a minute before we get it. It's so cozy with my small chat. I don't know why people think I like. th- th- So those of you who are from my commentary channel, everybody's so happy that the video I did on Myron Gaines, who's a homosexual, it's at 12,000 views, and they're so happy. And I'm like, huh? There's like, yay, Tree, your video got to 12,000. I like, yay. I was like, okay. I'm like, I don't really care, but okay. I mean, that's good money, but still, I'm a woman. I don't think women are obsessed about YouTube views or subscribers. Now, don't get me wrong, the more views, the more money I'm making, but I guess I should have expressed how I was being sarcastic about. No, no, I shouldn't have been sarcastic because I really don't care, and I downplayed the channel. That's what I shouldn't have done. I shouldn't have said, no, I only got 5,000 subscribers, and I only get like 11. I think I said 11 live viewers and four views per per video, which is clearly not true. Okay, I don't get every video. Don't get 4 people watching. Come on now. But people really believe that. And so my subscriber count went crazy because people pitied sub. They was like, I'm a sub for you because you're don't feel bad about being a small YouTuber. I'm like, I'm not a small YouTuber. It's it's called hiding your power level. It's also called like nan and a boo boo. What you throw on me gets stuck on you. I'm not obsessed. He's obsessed. But anyway, I those of you who have been with me for years, you know I'm very obsessed with being able to see you all in the chat, to recognize. This is the reason why I don't like when you change your name, or what happened with YouTube. YouTube changed people's name. You know what I'm saying? So like it took a while for Sapphire to tell me that she's Sapphire and not Black Pearl. Hey, I work. I do miss seeing you guys over here on this monitor. And so it takes a while, but I have a very excellent memory on who I've seen in my chat and who I've not seen in my chat. And even if you go away for a couple of years and you come back, I will recognize you, provided that you keep your same name. Like yesterday, this knucklehead dolphin guy, God, man, I fell for it this time. 4 years ago, he would always ask me, do I love dolphins? And I used to not ban him. I put him in timeout, something like that, right? 4 years ago. And he came into my stream yesterday and asked me that question. And I answered it, not even realizing who I was talking to. And I said, I remember you. Stop asking me that stupid question. You know? So it's like I remember people. So there's that. The if it was like the chat was moving so much, I wouldn't have a personal connection with you all. I wouldn't know you. See, when I call everybody in this chat, right? I think humanoid is somewhat new, right? Right, humanoid. When did you join? I wish I could click on your thing, but everybody else, I know y'all. Like I can, this. Oh, look, Sparkmeisters. What? Look, see what I'm saying? Sparkmeister isn't. Well, I don't think he's still in here. But I'm looking at the top of the chat and I see Sparkmeister. I ain't seen Sparkmeister in a long time. So there's people in here. I like to see people in here. There you go. Where the hell you been? So, yeah. I just I like that the chat is not going. I do drive-bys a lot and don't chat. Oh, okay. You don't be giving me no drive-by money. You don't be giving no drive-by donations. Drive-by super chats. But yeah, so it's like I kind of know you all. You all have a different personality. Also, I'm a banner blocker. I'm these people. I purge. I'm a purger. You know what I'm saying? So but I'm just going through a little thing with this channel. June is right around the corner, and then July is right around the corner too. And I'd already made up my mind. I think I told you guys this, is that I noticed what I'm going to do with this content. I'm going to, this channel, start doing like police reactions, arrest reactions, stuff like that. I don't want this channel to die. Did y'all know I didn't get a button for this channel? Because it's not ideal. I did not get a button. YouTube button. I didn't get a YouTube button for this channel. But all right, let's go ahead and get into Cornelius. Hey Tree, whatever happened to your YouTube? That YouTuber that did the truck of peace animation. I think he was. Oh yeah. He's still around. He follows me on Twitter. He doesn't do videos anymore. Oh gosh, what is his name? Oh my gosh, his videos were hilarious. Oh, I forget. I know exactly. I came across his content sometime a year ago, and I was like, oh, he's on YouTube, he's on Twitter. And then I went to Twitter, Sci-10. There you go, Tyler. Sci-10. There you go. That's it. And I was like, oh, he follows me. But he wasn't really active on Twitter. When I looked, he wasn't active on Twitter. I was like, oh my God. Sci-10 and I were following each other on Gab. Y'all remember Gab? On Minds.com. Y'all remember Minds.com? Oh, those days of having offline platforms just so you could survive. I never subscribed to him, but always watched his video. Yeah, he's funny. I need to pray to Allah. I'm glad those videos are still up so you can go back and like back down memory lane. Uh-huh. Uh-uh-uh-uh. All right, let's look at what's going on with. So let me tell you what I know so far before Benny say anything. So the subpoena, he's going to a committee so that they can do an investigation, and based upon the evidence and the testimony of Hassan, he could be criminally charged. So this could end very bad for him.
Hey, do you remember that one time that Hassan Piker, who is America's most prominent left-wing communist streamer, who was raised by his communist parents in Turkey, somehow attended some of the most prestigious universities in all of America? Why would you choose to do that if you hate America so much? Why would you live in Los Angeles, California in a $2.7 million, 4,000 square foot house in West Hollywood?
He's a grifter.
That's crazy capitalistic for Hassan.
He's a very capitalistic.
Marxism, communism, and there's lots of communist countries around the world. He could live in North Korea. He could live in China. He could live in Cuba, and he tried to. Actually, Hassan went to Cuba and streamed from a 5-star resort in Cuba, complaining, by the way, that it's the only place with power. It just so happens to be the only place that had any electricity at all. Here's where Hassan Piker stayed. Yet the whole rest of Cuba is in total and complete blackout. Strange that. Look, here's what all of Cuba looks like.
Oh my God, that's a shame. I told you guys I've been to Cuba many years ago. They wouldn't stamp your passport because it was not. I think we were not allowed to go there. But we were also not allowed to leave the certain areas. We had to get permission. But the areas I was able to go down, like the people were so nice, so friendly. Oh God, it did just melt your heart. It's unfortunate that they live like that.
Except for Hassan's hotel. So while he's in Cuba and in Havana, throwing raves and then throwing out bread and making little Cuban children dance for him like monkeys, Hassan Piker is living large, sipping a literal latte in his 5-star resort that's owned by the Cuban government. And that's a very important sticking point here, because you're not allowed to do business with the communist Cuban government. They're under sanction. If you were found doing business with the communist government of Cuba or being funded by them,
and you get fined, right? I know you get fined, because a friend of mine had some very when did you went to Cuba? I went to Cuba when I was in Germany. So hold on, it had to be in 2010, because you can't get to Cuba from America back then. So no, 2009, before I went to Germany. So you got to go to the Bahamas, and then from the Bahamas to Cuba. And yeah, 2009. He did hand out dollar bills like they were. I know. What an insensitive thing. Let me tell you something. What they appreciate. Okay. They appreciate just regular stuff. Like there was some stuff I had, like batteries. Okay. What else? I did give some. I gave a shirt that I had that had a nice design, and I gave it to this little girl. You know. So I think it's insulting in my opinion. I could be wrong. I think it's insulting to give money, right? I don't want to seem like a baller, and I'm not a baller, but I was thinking like, you know, okay, let me just help cook for the meals, and let me go and buy some food, you know, saying that they can also eat off of for the rest of the week, Stuff like that, like handing people money, like, yeah, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, monkeys. Dance for, like, I think that's disrespectful. So they are not normal people to these freaks, just tools to be used. That's true. That's what I'm saying. Like, dude went in there with. Do you understand how pompous you have to be when you're holding a espresso cup? Talking about some. The electricity keeps going out here in our hotel. Wearing a I'm not making this up. Wearing a $500 shirt. A $500 shirt. Yeah, we went in there. We went and picked some stuff off the land. The grocery stores are like how should I say it? Are not what you think. Yeah, it is not what you think. Okay, so they have some people there that grow their own food. You pay for it. Okay. And then, yeah, because they normally trade. And, yeah, just enjoy your meal with them. Dance and stuff like that. Not sanitary. But it looked. Okay, let me explain myself when I say this word. It looked poor. Now, I know that sounds stupid because you're like, hello, communism. But the refrigerators only had like they didn't have the meat, and they had this like 2 pieces in a Reynolds wrap, and then you have a select, the shelves are somewhat bare, but you have these packaged foods that just don't look too good. Okay, there you go. Communist grocery stores are like a zombie apocalypse. That's the best way. That's the best way of explaining it. That's the best way of explaining it. I am not doing a good job explaining what those stores look like inside. So, yeah, stuff that nobody wants.
Work or propaganda for them could be really.
But the best thing, I think, that reason they're healthy for the most part is because, they make their own food. They don't eat the junk that everybody over here eats. And even though they're living under a really bad situation, they're happy. I know that sounds crazy, right? But they're just happy people. They're not angry. Like, I see more angry people over here than they did in Cuba. It's like, damn. You get it? Yeah. So, and it's very humbling. It's so humbling. Very, very humbling to see situation like that. But you can't just walk anywhere. When I was there, you couldn't just walk anywhere you wanted to. The people, the government kept an eye on you. But it wasn't like they're like, if you go into other areas, you'll get arrested or something like that. They wanted all of the tourists to stay in the tourist designated area. And if you wanted to venture out, you were only allowed to go to that area, and they wanted you to go with a guide, blah, blah, blah.
Bad news for you. This thread sort of lays it out. Hassan sipping his literally the worst time latte sip. The worst latte sip in the history of streaming is right here.
The government has very limited resources.
The government has limited resources.
And the American government makes it illegal for Americans to stay wherever they want when they're in Cuba. Lifeline for the Cuban economy as it stands currently. The government has very limited resources. And the American government
You don't.
makes it illegal
You don't have limited
for
resources.
Americans to stay wherever they want when they're in Cuba.
I stayed in an
They have to
Airbnb in
stay
Cuba.
in what they've declared as 5-star hotels, right?
So hold on, let me get the right.
And I
thing
didn't.
here.
My hotel wasn't on 5-star.
Right there. There you
Look
go.
at that. Y'all
Perfect.
see that?
This guy in his designer clothing, with his pinky up, sipping his latte in a 5-star hotel. I stayed in an Airbnb in Cuba, and
I stayed in
by
a
the way, that's
hotel.
allowed, and that actually helps out the Cuban people. And there's a little Cuban lady that
Yeah, I stayed in a hotel,
Stayed in this-
but it wasn't no 5-star. I don't even know. I didn't. To be honest, I didn't even know they had 5-star hotels. I would say the hotel I stayed in was like maybe a 3-star, 2.5, 3-star, but it was fine, right? He went with the government, right? I think the government paid for it. This was like a propaganda piece. So
half of a like rent-controlled home that used to be a mansion, but it was like split up into a bunch of little crummy apartments. It was like falling in, and it was a nightmare actually staying there. But I did my part to like try and help out the Cuban people when I was in Cuba doing a documentary. Hassan Piker instead broke the law, as you can see here. Yes, it's illegal for U.S. persons, residents, to work with the Cuban government. U.S. maintains comprehensive economic embargo on Cuba, assets control regulations related to the Trading in Enemies Act. This prohibits most transactions involving the Cuban government and Cuban nationals unless specifically authorized by the Treasury Department.
Ruh-roh.
So what does this mean? Working with usually involves providing services like propaganda, employment contracts, payments, or other-
And Hassan did in fact provide propaganda. He was selective with his interviewing. He was basically sucking off the communist government. Woo, child. Oh my God. Like those people want to be free of that communism, but yet still they're going to sit up here. He wants to he wants to glamorize it, even though he is where he is due to capitalism.
dealings with the Cuban government. It broadly prohibits, because of the constituents' transactions with Cuban or Cuban nationals in interest. Oh, like this includes military-linked conglomerates like the hotels that they all own, because they own everything on the island. Many of the Cuban on the Cuban restricted list. So hold on, did Hassan Piker commit a crime? We speculated that he might have when this trip popped off a couple months ago, and now we know that he did. Feds subpoena Hassan Piker and Medea Benjamin. This is the Code Pink lunatic who's also besties with MTG. Federal officials have served subpoenas to Marxist political influencer Hassan Piker and Code Pink co-founders Medea Benjamin as part of a wider investigation into U.S. organizations and their leaders if they violated U.S. laws and sanctions supporting Cuba's communist regime. Piker and Benjamin are among those caught in a federal inquiry as to whether the activists traveled to Cuba in March violated U.S. sanctions law through financing, coordination, or delivery of goods to Cuba, including potential contacts with the Cuban government, personnel, entities on the island. Administrative subpoenas were sent by a pair of Treasury Department officials. Oh, man, this is rich. The administrative subpoenas, called requests for information, seek financial, logistical, or communication information involving the trips.
I wonder is he going to hide? I wonder is he when he subpoena? I wonder is he going to say I don't got it? I wonder is he going to lie and say I don't have that? I don't know where that is. I lost it in a boat accident.
who they all widely bragged about taking the island delegation Nuestra America Convoy, our American convoy, a global network of communist sympathizers and activists, Cuba's Communist Party. The investigation is part of a broader effort by Treasury officials to curb malign foreign influence operations inside of the United States. This is amazing. Hassan's going to get deported. Hassan's going to get put in prison.
I wish he was getting deported, but he's an ankle baby. Ankle baby. He's an anchor baby. His hoe ass mama, Turkish by the way, came over to America, gave birth, and then flew, like I think when Hassan was 3 months old, flew back to Turkey and raised him from that point on up over there in Turkey. I want him to get deported. We need to stop anchor babies. We need to stop this stuff right now. I would love for him to go to jail though.
I mean, there's no way that they went to Cuba. Listen, I've been to Cuba. We had to book our own trip.
Yeah,
we stayed on
anchor
Airbnb.
abortions.
Like we slummed it, and then the Cuban government raided us. They raided us. They sent government agents to raid us and take our SD cards because we were filming without the permission. That happened. It's all on camera. It's all in the documentary. We made it 6 years ago. Hassan Piker, there's no way that he made this trip without, like, he was living lavishly. He was had the
They didn't bother me, but then again, I wasn't down with no daggone filming crew. I was down there having fun. I got pictures, but the pictures are on my phone, which they did go through. That's fine at the customs. But yeah, I was like, I love it here. I love the people. They're so beautiful. Gotta kiss their ass so they don't keep me there. I'm not supposed to be there. Nobody's supposed to be there.
red carpet rolled out for him everywhere. They were staging concerts. They were staging little bread dancing competitions for children. Like this is what they were doing in the streets of Havana. They were staying at the resorts that were owned by the government. They were being shepherded and feted around all over the communist island. Of course they were working with the government. You can't do stuff like that unless you're working with the government. I was standing on the streets. I just stood on the streets with my camera. I didn't have any of these like lavish luxuries that were rolled out for these communists, these dirtbag communists. They're returning home for their $1 million mansions. Dude, you want to really punish Hassan Piker? Force him to stay in Cuba. Force him to live like an actual Cuban person that he claims to care about.
Right.
Like I did when I went to Cuba, because I went and stayed with Cuban people. Well, this is remarkable. Here we go. According to Fox News Digital investigation, Neville Singham, this is like the new George Soros of the left, pumped nearly $250 million into nonprofit groups that have pushed pro-China, pro-Cuba, anti-American narratives.
What?
And street protests. And Hassan Piker is part of it. Oh my goodness. Also of note, turns out that the memes are unbelievable.
You gotta love. Oh, who saw the most heartwarming video of a baseball game and a kitty cat? The kitty cat was hanging on for dear life, and some men were taking the flag of the baseball team and was holding it up underneath the kitty, because the kitty was like trying to hold on for dear life. And then the kitty fell into the flag, bounced out of the flag and into the arms of a man. And the man picked it up. Did you guys see that? Oh my God. This is one of those videos that just makes you love humanity. Who saw, I just need to see if anybody saw that video. It was going viral. You mean to tell me nobody in here saw that video? Okay. It makes you go, people are okay. You can see everybody. The cat looks so confused, like, what's going on? I thought I died. Oh, let's see. Hold on. How do I say this? Cat saved. Hold on a second. Saved cat. Baseball game. Oh God, I may not get it. I may not. Here you go. It's like, oh my God. So look, watch this. So hold on. That's the kid. Can you guys see this? Okay, you can see it. That's the kitty cat, right? So, okay, let me see it here. Okay, here we go. And you can't see it. You can't see. Oh, this is. You know what? That's because. Hold on.
That's live.
Hold on. Let's see another view of this. That was a blurry version. The cat. I wish they could just show the cat. If you gotta look down at the cat. Cat is like confused. Like, hold on. Here we go.
Heroes saved a cat's life by catching it with the American flag. This is so patriotic. Check this out. Look at that save.
He held the cat out like Simba. And everybody going, yay!
Flag. This
God bless
is
white
so
people.
patriotic. Check this out. Look at that save. Heroes.
And you know that. Hold on, let me see if this is a goal. There you go. He got the cat, and this guy right here. He's holding the cat up in the air. He held the cat up in there. I wish they could find who got, because you know they got the cat, and a cat fell from the very top of the sports stadium. It was scary. It was a scary drop, but the fans below did something amazing. They held out a giant team flag and caught the cat before it hit the ground. That is officially the best way anyone has ever used a piece of sports gear. So there's that. So I know that cat got immediately adopted. You know what I mean? Like that's a lucky cat. Okay, it turns out it's a lot easier to catch a baseball than one algal cat. The whole Yankee Stadium was chanting, "Let's go, cat!" And the staff didn't stand a chance. That cat was an MVP. Oh, let's watch this. Hold on. Where are these cats coming from on a baseball field?
1 and 2. Uh-oh.
He just didn't do that in the first down plays. Oh my God, why are they just making it so hard? Jeez. They're just making it so hard for him. All right, let's get back to the video. Like, that was a good distraction.
Soon. Oh, that's going to be a big stream. Turns out that Ilhan Omar's little rat child is like this, like in the dripping ingratitude. I mean, these people even understand how much they set back immigrant community, like the immigrant community. Have you ever looked into Isra Hirsi? Isra Hirsi?
I don't know who that is.
Like dirty little communist child of Ilhan Omar. She's this like, little rat communist.
Okay, the daughter.
Is, like, just has like the lowest IQ commie takes, and so right. And her mom is also like a dirty Marxist communist member of Congress. Shouldn't be allowed to be. You shouldn't be allowed to serve in our Congress or our judiciary without being born in America. That's like a first step. But she's like little activist running around. Such ingratitude. This child would be raised in a UN refugee camp if it wasn't for America. And they come here and spit in our faces. Do you realize like that the American public is so done with this? What you've done, like if you actually cared about migrants or immigrants to America, you showing like that you'll come here to try and destroy our country. You're not thankful that we saved you from a refugee camp in a war zone. You come here and try and destroy us.
Y'all can always send her back.
That's the snake. It's the poem. It's the snake. You let me in. Why would you let me in? I'm a snake. Snakes. It turns out that she was on this trip, and then she's going to be also potentially indicted.
Oh, she was on that trip too. She's the daughter
of Ilhan Omar. Did Ilhan Omar help fund her trip? Oh no. Uh-oh. See, you can see here. Here's Isra Hirsi. Yes, I'm in Cuba. People here across the globe express solidarity with Cuban people. Well, if you express solidarity with them, you'd want the U.S. military to march in there and liberate them, right? So, people who are standing against oppressive blockade exacerbated by the Trump administration. Yeah, it's not the Cuban government. The Cuban government's done nothing wrong. Look at this. Ugh. Ew. Jeez. I am honored to be here, make history, and Eid Mubarak to all. Look at this. Jeez. So proud of her masking. These people, I mean, they're so repulsive. They're real sickos. Degenerate losers. Anyway, hopefully, look. Oh, look at this. I'm incredibly proud of everyone who made the trip to Cuba, says Ilhan Omar. Investigate Ilhan Omar and all this, obviously. Oh my!
Of course,
Ilhan Omar
of
talking about how
course,
great
the
it is that her
fraudster
Marxist daughter was
who
there.
married her brother is happy.
This is really something else. I'm so excited. Hassan crashing out. The American government would rather try and criminalize delivering aid to a country we've starved than punish the Epstein class. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, it's all about Epstein. No, dude. They're two separate issues. You went to a nation, communist Cuba, that tried to nuke us, by the way, not too long ago.
Oh, he got community noted. How Benny reads the community note. Does he know he has a community note there? No. Shoot. Hold on. We gotta go to... Hassan is shadow banned. Hold on, let me make sure I'm seeing what I'm. No, he's shadow banned. Wow. Okay, let's see if we can go to latest and find somebody responding to him. What the hell is going on between the sheets in my home?
Influencer Hassan Piker might be in real trouble for visiting Cuba in March, where he filmed what looks like a propaganda video for the regime.
I'm here in Havana, Cuba, right now on a humanitarian aid mission. My goal here today is to bring awareness to what my government, the United States of America, has done to the Cuban population. One of the most ridiculous embargoes of all time that has only gotten more deadly as time has gone on.
Yeah, now federal officials have subpoenaed Piker as part of a wider investigation into violations of U.S. laws and sanctions, which prohibits supporting Cuba's communist regime. Piker responded today saying it's, quote, not great and BS. And other things. This comes as the USS Nimitz aircraft carrier recently entered the Caribbean, and the DOJ indicted Raul Castro. Joining us now is senior editor of Influencer.
Okay, let me see. I'm still trying to find. He's not banned. That's the thing. Here we go. Found him. Jeez Louise, dude. Judge me by my enemies. If Trump wants to win us back, putting Hassan Piker in prison forever would be a great start. Okay, very rare Nick Fuentes W. President Trump can unite the entire country by having Hassan Piker arrested. It's his destiny. Okay. She endorsed Israel agent Wesley Bell over Cori Bush this week, so this is unsurprising. Jasmine Ratchet boosts video mocking Hassan Piker after... What? She don't like Hassan Piker? She doesn't like Hassan Piker? Kamala would have never. That's what you get for telling people to vote third party. What did he say about her? So this isn't unsurprising. Okay. Hassan says Fox News has fallen for a fake tweet claiming he stayed in a sanctioned hotel, a 5-star hotel owned by the government. You lying POS. There is an American citizen who recently did violate the OFAC and stayed at a hotel that America does not allow citizens to stay in. It wasn't me, though. It was Nick Shirley. Okay, the snitching. All right, the snitching. Okay. I'm trying to see that tweet that he had earlier that he said was
It's actually insane. So in some ways, Donald Trump isn't lying when he says he's the most transparent president.
okay, here we go. I'm trying to find a tweet where reminder that red shirts and brown shirts going at it is actually super beneficial for libs and democracy, and it would be the stupidest thing in the universe for libs to intervene. Okay, what did Hassan say to this? Hassan said, "This is just explicitly first they came for the communists, by the way." I wish they did come for the communists. So he deleted the tweet. Wait a minute. No, he didn't. It's still going. It's still going. I haven't gotten to it. Ashley, no! Ashley! Ashley, why? Why, Ashley? I know you mad. I know you mad at Elon. Damn, why can't these girls be more mature?
What is this?
This is a hoodie.
You got me a hoodie.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put this down here. Oh God, what's gonna be in this hood? This is gonna be. Let's see.
You ready? Are you ready, chat?
Oh God. Oh no. I'm not even gonna see it first. Chat's gonna see it before I do.
I'm not the
I've been sent by
stepdad.
Benjamin
I'm the
Netanyahu
dad
to get
that
his
stepped
Twitter account
up.
banned.
This is. Oh my God. What is this?
This is a hoodie.
Yeah, this is addicted to clout. This is addicted to clout. Why would you do that? Like, why would you do? I know you want to go viral, but that's just stupid. Why would you do that? Okay, here we go. He's still talking crap about the burnt peanut. I'm reminded of when all ATT blacklisted me from participating in events they sponsored due to my Palestine advocacy, which they found to be controversial. So you mad that they are sponsoring Burnt Peanut is hilarious. I'm sorry. I am addicted to him. I don't get a chance to watch him often, but he's funny. He's I can see why he's like so successful. Okay, he did delete the tweet because it's not here anymore. Has previously been accused of misrepresenting Crockett's principles. She recently attacked me directly, saying I should kiss her ass. Here's proof that Ratchet is a corporate. Why do y'all care about her? She's no longer in office.
People go out and vote again. Do not get comfortable at all. We are living in unprecedented times, and I can tell you that there is no one better for this moment for Missouri 1 to keep his eye on the prize, which is you, the people, than Wesley Bell. People go out and vote again.
Is that it? That's all y'all got? Oh God. Oh God. My eyes. My eyes. My eyes.
Gentlemen, the Trump administration has just exposed an absolutely massive foreign influence operation that has been taking place right here in the United States of America. Seriously, foreign anti-American entities, perhaps even regimes, have actually been paying social media influencers here in the United States to push and peddle anti-American propaganda, anti-Trump propaganda.
Say what?
And now well, these misinformation propaganda peddlers are finally getting exposed and held accountable. So, folks, let's go ahead and break it all down. Now, first off, I want to show you something here. We have a message early this morning from a guy. His name is Alex Brusewitz, and he's one of the Trump advisors. He's inside of the Trump administration. So he posted this morning, "We are aware of multiple foreign influencer campaigns and are actively tracking both the intermediary companies receiving these funds as pass-throughs and the influencers themselves who are failing to disclose their foreign compensation." He says, "We need far stricter disclosure laws for foreign influencer marketing ops."
Put him in jail. Put him in jail, chat. They probably have an anti-jihadi policy.
Representative Anna Paulina Luna, everybody loves her. She says, "I have confirmed that this is true and there are receipts that this is happening." Here's one of our Republican elected congressmen. Well, okay, we have the receipts. Actually, the Trump administration, like I said this morning, decided to go scorched earth and open up the floodgates here. Check this out. Federal officials, as of this morning, have officially served subpoenas to Marxist political influencer Hassan Piker and Code Pink founder Suzanne Medea Benjamin as part of a wider investigation into whether U.S. organizations and leaders violated U.S. laws and sanctions.
Look at all these tabs. I don't feel bad for all my tabs, though.
In supporting Cuba's communist regime. Well. Now, Hassan Piker, he's notable.
Abuses his dog.
He is a Marxist political commentator, political influencer over on the platform Twitch. He's rather large. He does have some amount of influence, and now the federal government has filed a series of subpoenas. What is a subpoena? What does this really mean? Good question. So the federal government here, presumably the DOJ, they have demanded, you might imagine, his emails, all of his email history, his text messages, his bank statements. This is the information gathering phase. A subpoena says, all right, hand it over. Texts, emails, banks, travel logs, tax history, da-da-da.
Oh, I didn't know it was that deep, chat. Did y'all know that? I thought he just had to show up. Dude, imagine me. I don't have nothing to hide, but do you know how much I've had an email account since 2005. They want everything since then. He cooked. He had to give all his text messages, his bank statements, his investments, his tax returns, his emails, his DMs, what?
All of this. Where's the money coming from? Who are you talking to? Who are you associating with? Which foreign...
They're looking for assets to seize. Ooh, let's hope so. That way he can stop abusing that beautiful dog. POS.
Governments, which foreign regimes are sending you money to peddle which propaganda? Things are looking very bad for Marxist political commentator Hassan Piker. We're also going to talk about Code Pink here. That's mentioned as well. But first off, we actually have a video statement from none other than Marxist political commentator Hassan Piker. And I'm going to put this video up here on the big screen. He talks about these subpoenas, this federal investigation, for about a minute here. Tell me, does he look panicked, or does he look like everything is under control? Not a big deal, or is he sweating bullets? Spoiler, he's sweating bullets. Take a look.
Is not great, okay? I mean, it's bullshit. but still not great that, you know, they're after your boy. They're up my ass. And I'll obviously get into it right now. I'll tell you all about it, but let me blast off real quick. We will free you, brother. Yeah, free me. Free me. Free me. I can't believe I'm saying that, but
deport, deport.
Seemingly made an example of.
Well, good. You should be. All of these people should be made examples of. I'm about to be made an example of. Well, you wouldn't have to be if you weren't taking foreign money from communist regimes or God knows what else. So like I said, the question I asked before playing that video was, does he seem cool, calm, and collected, or does he seem panicked? He's like, yeah, I'm guilty, they got me. Seems like he's pretty guilty. Of course, you know, they've got to conduct the investigation, but you know, he seems a little bit guilty here. I cannot wait, personally, to see what these subpoenas expose. Now, we have more information here. This is very important. Marco Rubio is about to put an end to the Castro Chavista lobby in the United States of America. Whoa. The Department of Justice, along with the U.S. Department of Treasury, have begun investigating a total of 145 organizations and 40 individuals who have been a part of an influence campaign funded by the Cuban dictatorship.
So you know Ilhan's daughter is going to be part of that.
To the tune of $1 billion a year by the Castroist lobby, while the population in Cuba, meanwhile, is starving to death. Wow. Pause there. 145 organizations, 40 individuals, of which Hassan Piker seems to be one of which. Among them are Code Pink, which in my opinion is a terrorist organization. We're going to talk about them here in a
I
moment.
don't even know anything about Code Pink. I've never heard about them. I mean, are they the one with the coochie cat hats? That can't be them, though, right? Because
People's Forum and the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Well. The network would be mainly funded by the American billionaire Neville Roy Singham, who lives in Shanghai. Among those under investigation are the Turkish millionaire Marxist Hassan Piker, Medea Benjamin, the crazy cat lady who operates Code Pink, Olivia DiNucci, and everyone who was part of the VIP flotilla trip to Cuba. Hassan Piker, alongside Code Pink, took a trip to Cuba about a month and a half ago. Very curious circumstances. We're going to talk about that here also. It's all connected here. They will be charged with having violated the Foreign Agents Registration Act. This is called FARA. We're going to talk about that. And violations of the OFAC sanctions. They're really going to be in a tight spot here.
yay! We love this for Hassan Piker, don't we, chat? We love this for him, don't we? Couldn't happen to a better person. Okay. We like this.
I see some people asking, what's Code Pink? Code Pink is this radically, insane.
Look at these signs. In Islamophobia, stop sessions. Support civil rights, stop sessions. Immigrants welcome. Oh, God.
Progressive, far left, feminist.
Refugees welcome.
Women's liberation, socialist, Marxist, they're checking all of the boxes here, okay? All of the above, the usual suspects.
Just a bunch of old white people.
And most notably, you might have heard of these people. Oftentimes, they will bust into the Capitol building and try to insert themselves, protesters, into various congressional House sessions or Senate whatever. Almost like an insurrection. Anyway, here's a photo. Code Pink, end Islamophobia. Support civil rights. Immigrants welcome. Refugees welcome. So they're just run-of-the-mill psychotic, extreme radical progressives. Well, they might have just gotten caught taking money from the Cuban communist regime. The subpoenas will tell all. Representative Anna Paulina says this: now would be a good time for Johnson, the House Speaker, to block Code Pink from entering the halls of Congress. They, she says, are a Chinese operation. Wow. So it's not just Cuba. We already heard about Shanghai. Now we're talking the CCP, another communist regime, another friendly communist regime that is potentially
Hassan went
funding
to.
all of this also. Code Pink is a Chinese op. Take a look at this. Per the Fox.
I mean, Hassan also went to China before he went to Cuba. I do believe a month apart.
News article detailing Hassan Piker's subpoena. It's also currently being investigated in connection with the Cuba trip. Is a woman named Isra Hirsi. No. The daughter of Muslim immigrant Ilhan Omar. She, Ilhan Omar, may have funded her daughter's trip to Cuba alongside Hassan Piker. Is Ilhan Omar implicated? Well, well, well. Who tagged along to this trip down to Cuba with Marxist Hassan Piker and Code Pink, the far-left potential domestic terror organization? Ilhan Omar's daughter. Maybe Ilhan Omar funded all of it.
Maybe.
Wow. And ladies and gentlemen, the dominoes come crashing down.
Hassan Piker, I don't know. Taylor Lorenz, David Faria. All these crazy people.
Take a look at this. 2 months after Hassan hosted an event called Anti-ICE and said, quote, somebody has to do it, in reference to taking out President Trump. Have you seen this? This is something members of the left, they always say this. Somebody's got to do it, man. I hope someday somebody does it. This is them dog whistling, alluding that, man, they hope that somebody will take out President Trump. So with that in context here, Hassan Piker said that 2 months ago, and then a leftist shot at ICE members in Dallas, Texas, but ended up hitting 3 illegal immigrants instead, all of whom were being detained by ICE. So that plan backfired, to say the least.
Because they don't go.
All of these left-wing influencers are playing at the edge of supporting terrorism. You know, I would say that for a long time they were tap dancing on that line. They have leaped at this point. They are on the far side of that line. Anna Paulina Luna chimes in again. She's big into this. She says, imagine how different social media would be if the United States banned foreign influence operations foreign money, and/or required influencers to disclose what country they are taking money from. You know what I said? I responded. I said, expose all of it, right? I will say this. I guess I am in a way. I'm an influencer. I hate that term, but I guess it's appropriate. Expose all of it, okay? And I'm saying this. I guess I'm in that class of people, begrudgingly. Expose all of them.
What class of people would he be in? That's right. Deport them all. Deport them all. All of them. Revoke their citizenship.
Any of these people, left, right, or center, I frankly don't give a damn. They're taking money from China, Cuba, CCP, Israel, Qatar. Don't care. Expose it. Shut it down. That's my humble opinion. She goes on to say, Anna Paulina Luna, the FARA office is currently not in operation. Wow. It is time that it reopens. The American people should know exactly who is taking money from a foreign government to influence Americans' opinions. That's insane. Representative Anna Paulina Luna says that the FARA office, which is designed to prevent foreign influence of this type, it's not even operational right now. Get it reopened. Let's get this reopened. Absolutely. Folks, how many of these big name left-wing podcasters, commentators, I don't know, maybe talking heads in the mainstream media are taking money from foreign regimes? I would bet a lot of them. In fact, we've seen left-wing operations like this already get exposed. Just in very recent history, as a little bit of a recap to show you the type of stuff we might be talking about here, let's talk about the SPLC. The SPLC built its name on fighting the KKK. Now, they're accused, well, they're guilty,
funding,
of paying the KKK themselves. The DOJ dropped allegations that the Southern Poverty Law Center actually funneled more than $3 million to individuals.
The groups include KKK, American Nazi Party, Aryan Nation, the United Clans of America. I didn't even know that's a such thing. United Clans of America, Unite the Right, National Alliance. I know about them. National Socialist Movement, the Sadistic Souls Motorcycle Club, America Front. Sadistic Souls.
Connected to extremist groups for more than a decade. That's right. The SPLC, the Southern Poverty Law Center, has been caught red-handed directing money, literally paying, subsidizing the KKK, the American Nazi Party, the Aryan Nation, the United Clans of America, Unite the Right, National Alliance, the National Socialist Movement, Sadistic Souls Motorcycle Club, and the American Front. Well. So here's a curious question. Why would the SPLC be funding to the tune of $3 million all of these,
to
like,
get
I don't know,
$60
what type of organizations
million
you'd call them? Why are they doing this? Well, the House Judiciary, the GOP House Judiciary, actually gave us the answer. Check this out. The Southern Poverty Law Center profits from manufacturing crises. After coordinating and promoting the Charlottesville rally, you remember that? The SPLC's annual revenue went from $51 million per year all the way up to $133 million per year. Wow. So this is their entire racket. This is what the left does. This might be a component of what's going on here. They themselves, the SPLC, or I don't know, maybe various other left-wing activist groups, NGOs, they themselves will fund domestic terror, crazy extremist activity in the U.S. They will pay for it so that then they can come out and say, oh my gosh, look at all this extremism going on in the United States. Don't mind that we're the ones funding it. You guys need to donate us more money.
$60 million. Give us more money. Shekels.
Because we are the ones combating it. Really, they're the ones creating it. It's all a money-making racket, you understand. And so between stuff like this, at the SPLC getting exposed and shut down, or these foreign influence operations, CCP, Cuba, Qatar, Israel, I don't give a damn, all of them, shut them down. And that's exactly what the Trump administration is doing. And I'll tell you what, that is exactly what we need to see if we truly want to put America first.
All right, chat. So there you have it. Hassan, they're gonna get all his stuff. Y'all, they're going to take all his stuff. They're going to get all the information of all his bank accounts and his phones and his hard drive and all that. Couldn't happen to a better person as far as I'm concerned. All right, I'm going to talk to you guys, and then I got to do a live stream with my Patreon. I am so tired. I have been working nonstop on my third channel. Woo, child. I'm exhausted. They're going to dig in. I hope so. I hope they don't have mercy on them either. Look at how Ilhan Omar going around. They have nothing on me. They've been saying these things for 8 years, and they haven't done anything to me. She's right. they're afraid to touch her because she's black. So it is what it is. So Steven, looks like there's no alternative to Discord, huh? Gosh, dude, because I'm at the looks like I'm gonna have to stay with Discord and create a new thing for my other site. I hope something does get done. Well, yeah, me too, Eric, but don't get too invested in it. So therefore, if nothing does get done, you don't get too disappointed. So, all right, I guess y'all don't have much to talk about. So I am, and the more I'm looking at y'all, the more I'm like dozing off a little bit. So, his parents are rich. He might be able to get a. Oh, that's true. I forgot about that. His parents are super rich. He's also rich too. So, they all got money. Yeah, unfortunately, not to the level of Discord yet. There are 2 startups getting there though, but they are buggy. Ugh. All right. Well, keep them in mind. We'll see. I got another month before I have to create before I have to create something. So we'll see. I'll talk to you. Hi, Hazard Cole. We're making her sleepy. I am exhausted. He comes from some billionaire family. Yes, multi-billionaire family. His dad. I just been like, y'all, you've been seeing all the content I've been being consistent on. I had to get up on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm only 11 view channel on over there. You'll be turning 38 on Tuesday. Okay, remind me tomorrow because I'll be here tomorrow. I will be doing the live stream tomorrow, and let me know your birthday is because I don't stream here on Tuesday. Roblox bought out the only competitor and butchered it. Typical. 9.5 views. That's better than 4, huh? Ha ha. Oh man. Okay. All right, guys. I will see you all on the live stream tomorrow. Okay. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys then. Okay. Later, taters.